Hello, my name's Barry Cordingley. A few years ago I wrote a poem called The Fastest Gun Alive. I'd like to read it to you now. I was walking in a graveyard in a little Texas town when the writing on a tombstone caught my eye. It said, "Here lies the body of Benjamin S. Brown, a good man who was far too young to die. He led a blameless life and he kept within the law. Now he lies beneath this stone, aged 35. Everybody thought he was what everybody saw, but in truth he was the fastest gun alive." I wandered into town and called in at the saloon and wanted to know more about this man. So I asked an old bartender and he said, "I'll finish soon, and for a drink I'll tell you everything I can." So I poured the man a whiskey, which vanished in a trice. Then from the bottle I filled his glass once more. He said, "What I'm about to tell you isn't very nice, but I was here the day he walked in through the door." He walked into the barn and said, "I'm Benjamin S. Brown and I've opened up a store across the street. My wife and I are proud to be living in this town." And with that the introductions were complete. Then a stranger at the bar thought he'd have a bit of fun. He said, "Hey, storeman, have a little drink with me." "I never take a drink," said Ben, "and I never wear a gun, and I'd like it best if folk just leave me be." As the weeks passed by, the town folk grew to like young Ben and helped to make his store a huge success. A couple of the younger lads would tease him now and then, but it was only done in fun, well, more or less. But they often wondered why some days he'd go away and he'd be missing till the setting of the sun. Then he'd ride back into town and not a word he'd say. No one must know he practised with a gun. One day some guys were sitting outside the old saloon, bragging who was fastest on the draw. Perhaps it was that heat in that summer's day in June made Ben begin to rage at what he saw. He shouted at the gang, "You all think you're very good, but in a gunfight not one man here would survive." They all looked at Ben and laughed and said, "I suppose you think you would?" And Ben said, "Yes, because I'm the fastest gun alive." Nobody would believe him, so to prove he hadn't lied, he went back to the store to fetch his gun. And as he crossed the street, it was hanging at his side. He said, "The time has come to have a bit of fun." 2 dimes went in the air, Ben fired and both were hit. And then he shot a spur off someone's boot. He said, "Shooting bits of metal, well, that's the easy bit, but it's different when it's men you have to shoot." Then he told the group his story of a life ruled by the gun, and how he'd had to kill some 15 men. How each one of them refused the chance to turn and run, because they all thought they were faster than young Ben. The townsfolk took an oath that no one would ever know that the fastest gun alive lived in their town, and life returned to normal, well, for several weeks or so, until the day a fast gun finally tracked Ben down. At first the people lied when asked the whereabouts of Ben. They said he'd upped and left some weeks before. Then the gunman said his gang had shoot some other men, and as one the townsfolk pointed at Ben's door. "Come out, you no good coward," Ben heard the gunman shout. "I aim to prove to you that I'm the fastest gun." Ben had seen it all before, and he knew there was no doubt. Here was another man who'd die before he'd run. The 2 men faced each other there on the dusty street. Ben gave the man the chance to walk away. He replied, "I'm going nowhere till my business is complete. One of us must die this very day." The stranger made his move and his hand went for his gun, but before he left his holster he was dead. There was only Ben left standing beneath the blazing sun. Now everyone believed what he had said. I asked the old bartender how young Ben had lost his life. He looked at me and gave a knowing wink. He said, "Ben's not really dead, he still lives here with his wife, and that grave doesn't hold what you may think. All we buried were Ben's guns and his fast gun reputation, We wanted him to live his life in peace. He hated killing men who tried to live above the station, so we decided that Ben's life would have to cease. The old-timer finished talking and we both had another drink. Then I realised it was time for me to leave. And as I shook his hand, he smiled and gave another wink, and I knew he still had something up his sleeve. I said, for me it's been a pleasure, and I hope you feel the same. Now the time has come for me to leave this town. And though we've shared a drink, I don't even know your name. He said, hi, I'm Benjamin S. Brown. Thank you.